Political deadlock overshadowed July's extraordinary National Assembly session, with the main opposition launching a filibuster during Monday's plenary meeting. Now, after 24 hours, the Assembly voted on the proposed amendment. For more on the details, we turn to our political correspondent Ahn Sung-jin here in the studio. Welcome, Sung-jin.
Thanks for having me, Dami.
So, Sung-jin, following the opposition filibuster, how has the voting process ended? Tell us.
Right, so Korea's National Assembly has approved an amendment extending the mandate of a special counsel investigating former President Yoon Suk Yeol and former First Lady Kim Gon-hee on allegations of insurrection and abuse of power.
With all 173 members present voting in favor, I hereby declare the amendment has been passed.
Now, the amendment was proposed by the ruling Democratic Party during a plenary session and passed with all 173 lawmakers present voting in favor, and lawmakers from the main opposition People Power Party boycotting the vote. Now, the vote came after the People Power Party staged a 24-hour filibuster, arguing the bill was politically motivated and intended to suppress the opposition.
Once again, they're asking for more time. If that's the case, they should clearly explain why. Instead, they're giving the same reasons. If it keeps being extended, can this still be called a special investigation?
At around 3:30 p.m. today afternoon, lawmakers voted to end the filibuster with the required 3/5 majority, clearing the way for a final vote on the legislation.
The special counsel has faced limits in both time and manpower. That's why we're proposing this amendment, to extend the investigation, expand its scope, and increase staffing so the probe can be carried out thoroughly.
Following the passing at the Assembly on the same day, the amendment was approved at the extraordinary cabinet meeting.
Then, Sung-jin, what exactly does the amendment entail? Give us the details.
Right, so the probe launched in February and has already received 2 extensions under the existing bill. Now, the bill would allow the special counsel investigation to continue for an additional 30 days, extending the deadline from July 24th to August 23rd. Now, the proposed bill would expand the number of seconded government officials supporting the investigation from 130 to 150, add obstruction of government audits to the list of prosecutable offenses, and authorize the appointment of dedicated prosecutors to handle cases brought by the special counsel in court. Now, with the amendment now approved, the special counsel's investigation will continue under an extended mandate as the high-profile probe moves forward.
And also, Sung-jin, this morning, the government and the ruling party discussed the plans for the 2027 budget plans. Now, what was discussed there?
Exactly. At a party government policy meeting on Tuesday morning at the National Assembly, the ruling party stated that it's going to reinvest additional tax revenue generated by the semiconductor boom and restructure government spending.
The 2027 budget must serve as a catalyst for securing Korea's future. Bold and strategic investment is needed to accelerate the government's 3 major mega projects, alongside stronger support for regional-led growth and local economies.
Both the government and ruling party agreed to incorporate the party's input into the budget before the final proposal is set, ensuring that key policy initiatives and local election pledges are well reflected.
Last but not least, Sung-jin, there has been an agreement about the investigation into the ballot paper shortage for the June 3rd local elections. Tell us more about that.
Right, so the 2 main political parties agreed to launch a special counsel investigation into the ballot paper shortage. The DP and PPP announced on Tuesday that they will be passing the bill during July's extraordinary session, and in weeks of disagreement on how the special counsel should nominate the counsel. A jointly formed committee will recommend 2 candidates, with the president appointing one to lead the probe. The parties will negotiate the investigation scope later, with the deal also raising hopes for stalled talks on parliamentary committee appointments.
Well, another busy week at the National Assembly. Sung-jin, thanks for coming in tonight.
My pleasure, as always.